North Battleford is a small city in west-central Saskatchewan, Canada. It is directly across the North Saskatchewan River from the town of Battleford. Together, the two communities are known as the Battlefords. North Battleford borders the rural municipality of North Battleford No. 437, as well as the North Battleford Crown Colony. The Battlefords are served by the Yellowhead Highway and Highway 4, Highway 26, Highway 29, and Highway 40. Battleford's Provincial Park is 40 kilometers north on Highway 4. History. For thousands of years prior to European settlement, succeeding cultures of indigenous peoples lived in the area. The Battlefords area was home to several historic Aboriginal groups, including the Algonquin-speaking Cree and Blackfoot, as well as Siouan-Assiniboine First Nation band governments, who contested for control of local resources. Early European settlement began as a result of fur trading by French colonists in the late 18th century. The Canadians founded Fort Montagna-Dagle 9 miles below the confluence of the Saskatchewan and Battle Rivers in 1778. A year later the fort was abandoned following conflict between traders and natives. Permanent European settlement in the area centered around the town of Battleford, founded 1875 and located on the south side of the North Saskatchewan River. Battleford served as capital of the Northwest Territories between 1876 and 1883. In 1905, the construction of the Canadian Northern Railway main line to Edmonton placed the line on the north side of the North Saskatchewan River. North Battleford, built along the railway line, was incorporated as village in 1906, a town in 1907 and a city in 1913. The Assyrians were one of the first settlers of the area in and around North Battleford. The immigrant colony comprised 36 men and a few women from the town of Urmia in northwestern Persia. It was established in 1903 by Dr. Isaac Adams, an Assyrian Presbyterian missionary. In 1907, 40 more settlers arrived. Eventually, due to economic hardships, Isaac Adams and a few close relatives emigrated to Turlock, California. The descendants of the families who remained in North Battleford have names that are Assyrian in origin. Examples of Assyrian family names include Bacchus, Esau, and Adishur. Population growth stagnated until the 1940s and then grew to approximately 10,000 by the 1960s. The city has grown into an administrative center and service hub for the economic, education, health and social needs of the region. The Latter Rain Revival, a Christian movement, started here in 1946 to 48. Historic sites. A number of heritage buildings are located within the city. The North Battleford Public Library was built in 1916 with a $15,000 grant from the Carnegie Foundation of New York, and the Canadian National Railways station was built in 1956. Demographics. North Battleford has census data as a city, as a population center which includes the town of Battleford and is a metropolitan area. In the Canada census of 2011, the city had a population of 13,888. The population center had 17,595 and the metropolitan area had 19,216. In the late 2000s, many Ruthenians have emigrated to Canada, concentrating in North Battleford. Most of them came from the same town of Ruski Krista. Climate. North Battleford experiences a humid continental climate. The average high during the end of July is 24.6 degrees Celsius and the average low is 11.3 degrees Celsius. For the middle of January, the average high is minus 12.3 degrees Celsius and the average low is minus 22.6 degrees Celsius. The highest temperature ever recorded in North Battleford was 39.5 degrees Celsius on the 13th of July 2002. The coldest temperature ever recorded was -51.7 degrees Celsius on 1 February 1893 and the 12th of January 1916. In January 2012 many reports were made, in and around North Battleford, of strange aerial noises. Attractions. North Battleford is the home of one of 4 branches of the Saskatchewan Western Development Museum. This branch focuses on the agricultural history of Saskatchewan, including a pioneer village. A prominent feature is the former Saskatchewan wheat pool grain elevator No. 889 from Keatley, Saskatchewan. The grain elevator was moved to the museum grounds in 1983. The city also has the Alan Sapp Gallery, featuring a noted Cree painter. Sports and recreation. The North Battleford Civic Centre, a 2,500-seat multi-purpose arena, is home to the Battleford's North Stars ice hockey team of the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League. It is also home to the North Battleford Kinsmen Indoor Rodeo, held annually in April. The North Battleford Complex, which opened in 2013, includes the Decker Centre for the Performing Arts, the Northland Power Curling Centre, the Nationsist Fieldhouse, and the Battleford Co-op Aquatic Centre. Infrastructure. In 2001 a problem with the city's water system led to the infection of approximately 6,280 people with cryptosporidiosis. A lawsuit for several $1 million in damages was filed in 2003. Between 5,800 and 7,100 people suffered from diarrheal illness, and 1907 cases of cryptosporidiosis were confirmed. Equipment failures at the city's antiquated water filtration plant following maintenance were found to have caused the outbreak. North Battleford Energy Centre has been operational since 2010 with 170 megawatts gas-fired turbine, providing boost to city economy. Transportation. North Battleford is served by the North Battleford Airport, while the North Battleford Hamlin Airport is no longer in use. The city also recently added a public transit system, in addition to the book-as-needed handy bus for the handicapped. Local media. Newspaper. The local newspaper is the Battleford's News Optimist. It is published weekly on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and has circulation in the surrounding area. The Battlefords Daily News is a widely read online publication of news and local events which is updated regularly. Feed the Artist magazine is a local non-profit periodical print and online publication that features the work of primarily local artists, photographers, and writers. Radio 3 local radio stations serve the area: CJNB, CJCQ-FM, and CJHD-FM. Some Saskatoon radio stations can also be received. Television. The Battlefords are served by CFQ-CTV2 Channel 6, an analog repeater of CTV station CFQ-CDT Saskatoon. Notable residents.